Will I treat you good?
Hey, Jared, Rockerrazzi.com, 987fm.com, and of course the Sideshow Countdown with Nikki 6. What's up, Nikki? To my right, Aaron from AWOLNATION. This is me. Dude, I am really actually psyched to be sitting here chatting with you.
Thanks, man.
Because we did a lot of preparation for the AWOLNATION. And here's the thing, is explain to the audience, to the viewers, that this is basically a side project for you, right?
Well, I guess it's more properly titled a solo project.
Okay.
Really. I was in other bands before that were signed.
Under the influence of Giants.
Did all that stuff.
Right.
And then it got to a point where the other guys in the band and myself, we all kind of looked at each other and we said, it's time to kind of go our separate ways. And that kind of fueled the fire for me to just put out the music I had always wanted to put out, but I wasn't really ready in the past or whatever, because I was with these other guys who I respected and loved and still do. And so AWOLNATION is just simply what I am, I guess, or all the music I like, all my influences put out into a record, and I had no idea that it would be on the radio, let alone on a Los Angeles radio station, 98.7, that I grew up listening to. Just a strange thing. And you do the show with Nikki.
Yeah.
And you guys started playing it before 98.7 played it, and everybody would call me like, "You're on 97."
Yeah.
Well, did we get the ad? Shit. But that was cool to hear Nikki talk about it yourself and stuff. It was really a really cool thing. Obviously to have any sort of legend talk about your music at all. I just did an interview with Kennedy, who I watched growing up, and I'm like nervous talking to her. She looks really good. I think ADD.
It's a bullshit diagnosis.
That's what I think, sort of in a nutshell. I mean, I have met people that do need medication for sure, but my parents were wondering why it was that I was getting D's and F's and at best C minuses in high school, and they thought I was maybe, too smart to be getting those bad grades. Mm-hmm. And I explained to them that, I had no interest in what the teachers were telling me, because I don't really believe that, what we're taught in high school in our history classes, not to get really deep on another subject,
please,
but
I want to.
I don't necessarily think that that's the truth. Anyways, we're meant to, we're sort of forced to learn stuff that isn't necessarily true, in my opinion. And if you do your research, you'll find the same thing. But
did you go to college?
I did for a minute. I went to junior college and I got into a couple things I was into. I took a physical anthropology class that I liked a lot, and a religious anthropology class, and a music theory class, which was just like beyond my level of comprehension. And the whole time I was there, I realized. Unlike high school, I had paid for these classes, so therefore I can leave and go surfing if the waves are good. So it didn't last very long. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So Anyways, back to the ADD thing. Yeah, I was told that I had ADD. I got like an IQ test, and I tested pretty good, if I can say that. And so I was prescribed Ritalin, and I took it. And I felt like cracked up. I didn't like how that felt. Maybe now looking back, I should have put some of those things aside and partied with them, But I was actually straight edge.
We could have done some of that tonight.
True.
With some moonshine.
True. And it would some moonshine, Ritalin, maybe some other things, and just like hopefully not OD.
What kind of stuff do you like to listen to in your spare time?
I always dive back into like a lot of old classic stuff. There's a couple new bands that I've fallen for recently. There's a band called Bare Hands that was just on the road with us that I think is really cool. They're playing in Thousand Oaks on Friday. I don't know when this is going to go up, but they're playing this Friday in Thousand Oaks at a new spot, and I live in Thousand Oaks, so I'm stoked that they're going to be playing there. It's where Borders bookstore used to be,
right?
And they converted it into this place for bands to play.
Because there's no more bookstores anymore.
No, and nor are there record stores,
right?
Which is a sad time, So everybody gets everything for free, and which leads me to another thought. I often get asked if I'm offended when people download our music illegally. Of course I'm not, because I want people to just have the music any way they can.
Sure.
Our bass player John just walked in the room, and he looks very similar to you. Can you get in the shot for just a second?
Can you
just sit in? Just sit in.
Good. Okay.
Right?
You got soft hands.
Is your wife freaking out?
Great hands.
This is a whole scene.
Can I play some AWOLNATION trivia? Not trivia.
Sure.
Rapid fire questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys believe in love? As I got my arm around my brother.
I believe in love.
True love.
Or whatever.
Only true love.
Okay. Only true love.
All right. Nature or nurture?
Nature. We both surf, so that's the nature thing.
Okay. Do you believe in like predestination?
As in like karma kind of thing?
Well, like everything's planned out for you, like that your fate is predestined. No matter what you do, the outcome's going to be the same.
What would Neo say?
I would say that, yeah, I could see that, but I could also see, I think within that complex theory that we have the ability to change things within that, and then, whoever is, the maker of all this life that we live already knew we were going to make those decisions, but I do believe that we have free will and the ability to change our outcome regardless of if it's predestined or not, which is a complete contradiction, and that's what I'm all about.
Okay.
What he said.
I didn't get a score.
What he said.
Said it well, though.
Favorite movie of all time?
Dave, jump in.
Dave, jump in.
Rocky, the real bass player, by the way.
Rocky 5. Rocky 5. Rocky 5.
See? What's jambalaya.
This is good. Favorite movie of all time?
That's so heavy, dude. Dave, you go
Willow.
first because it's gonna be good.
No,
You just have to say it, dude. Believe it.
it's crazy. Well, I mean, I can always just go straight to Terminator.
Terminator 1 or 2.
Terminator 1 is
Okay.
like I'm trying to be cool, but Terminator 2
It's
is
what
the
you
real
really
answer.
like. Yeah.
And then Terminator 3 was just funny.
Just like I try to be cool and be like Empire Strikes Back, but really I love the Ewoks and
Return
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
There's a documentary called Deep Water that I love so much. Oh, Man on Wire documentary.
Oh,
Great
dude.
documentary. Just don't
Get
even.
up there for that.
It's so
Seriously.
good. It's.
We just saw that not too
inspiring.
long ago. Have you been to a therapist before?
I have.
Would you recommend therapy for
For me, with the therapist, I've been to a couple different therapists at kind of weird points in my life, and I felt like both times, this is just me, so I know many people will be offended, and I hope Dr. Drew is not, but I would say that I felt like I was sort of leading the therapist into telling me what I wanted to hear.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I walked out, I'm like,
You were controlling the
fuck
situation.
you guys, man, I'm fine.
Right.
He told me I'm great. What are you talking about?
You manipulated the therapist.
I felt like I did, maybe. I'm a Scorpio. That's
Me too.
maybe,
When's your birthday?
November 11th.
Okay, October 23rd. Alright, we're good.
My girlfriend's the 25th. My birthday's on 11/11/11 this year.
You know what? That's a
Which
really
equals
powerful-
6, which is a satanic number, so I'm scared. I hope nothing weird happens.
This is.
Wait, hold on.
Th-
Are
this
you
stuff-
gonna drink?
Tap the
Don't-
bottle.
Hey, if you're gonna be the
No,
guy,
let's open it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Shots.
You gonna bottle it straight from the bottle?
I don't know what it'll do to
Cups?
me, but I'll have a shot. I guess we're about to play.
This is
I hope
gonna-
I don't sing off key.
This is gonna make your performance much better.
There's whiskey.
It's called moonshine, but it's a whiskey, so I don't understand. Someone.
I don't know.
It's
Is it like absinthe?
Well,
Am I gonna trip?
Is there-
No. The slogan is it's a paradox in a bottle.
Oh, okay.
Just make
I was
that
just
up.
digesting that whole
Yeah,
thing. I'm like, wow. Pretty good, David. One thing about Dave on tour, I will say, is that anytime I'm thinking, man, it's the kind of night where we should do a shot before we play. When I was younger, I used to like to drink a lot before we played, and then I'd look back and I didn't sound very good, so I realized it's not that cool to be wasted when you play. You know, as much as Nicky Six and those guys made it look good, but that was a different time. Now we try to be pros because every time we play, we know that our mothers, fathers, and all loved ones can see us on YouTube the very next day. So there's no reason to make fools of ourselves. Having said that, cheers.
Cheers to moonshine. Get it up. Get it up, boys.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Aaron, and this is
Rhino.
and we are both rockaholics.
Will I treat you good?